Welcome to Season 3 of the Take the Leap podcast. We want to thank you for being a part of this journey with us.
Whether you're just starting to tune in or you're a longtime listener of the podcast, you can expect to hear from entrepreneurs in all stages of their journey, how they got to where they are, and all the mistakes and victories they've had along the way.
We're excited to share new guests and have some returning folks from our first 2 seasons. Thank you for being here, and we hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome back, everyone, to the Take the Leap podcast. I'm really excited for Tori and I to debrief our conversation with Zhou Fang. Zhou talked all about intersectionality, intersectional leadership. We chatted about growth mindsets and scarcity mindsets. And I thought it was just really, really interesting, her approach and intentionality to a lot of the work that she's doing, especially in the space that our country has been going when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I think not long after we recorded the episode, small clue to everybody who watches and listens to us, the episodes are not always in the order that we recorded them in. They're not always right before when we recorded. So yeah, we definitely put this season together kind of based on what we think would make the best order of operations. And we work around guests' availability. So yeah, Zhou, we recorded during the summer, and then a couple weeks later I got to see her on the Oregon coast as I was coming back up. I guess we're in the top of California, actually. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting, her vibe during the summer, and an intentional slowdown and being restful and just kind of avoiding burnout overall, which I just really loved that kind of approach, and have been taking it more to heart in those kind of summer months as we kind of move into more vacation mode. People are traveling more, and work, doesn't need to overwhelm you through that entire time as well. So, what did you think about our conversation with Zhou?
Well, first of all, really like her a lot. It was really that was the first time I was meeting her, and then met her in person
Yep.
a few weeks later, and then we're actually getting coffee again in a few weeks from now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I really love meeting new friends who are business owners and who are local in my community, because it's just really, really nice to connect even further. So we had kind of a conversation on adopting an abundance mindset. And I actually do remember talking about that, because it was okay, I feel like especially in times of stress or overwhelm, or with lots of factors that are unknown and things going on, people tend to go into that scarcity mindset, which does not help your business. It doesn't help you, and it doesn't help you kind of move forward. And so that was a really good reminder from her. And then we also talked a lot about fostering environments where people can share diverse viewpoints without the hostility. And that is a very, very current day topic that I think we should all be kind of focusing on. I mean, there's just a lot of hostility in general right now, and we don't need to add and pile on to that hate and, derogatory terminologies and things like that. And so being able to create a safe space for people to be human and to be vulnerable and to be accepting of each other is really, really important.
Yeah. And I feel like it's really important right now too to engage in dialogue instead of shutting down conversations, because I feel like if we're going to want to move forward with everything that has been happening in our country since February, since something happened, earlier this year, I feel like it's really, really important to be hey, we can disagree or have different viewpoints on things, but we don't need to resort to violence. We don't need to shut each other out. We can be respectful and move forward in that way. And I think that is a really important thing to do, especially I feel like Portland's a little different. It's a lot more in the liberal blue stateside.
Yeah.
It's been really, really interesting here in Vegas to like just hear the differences in how folks, because we are more of a purple state. So you do have folks who are more Republican leaning, or they might hold like something that you would consider like a really traditional like Republican value to be true, but also another thing that's like considered a super liberal value to be true. Like, I like guns, but I also support abortions. Like, those are totally two things that you might see in folks here, and so it's interesting to see how that vibes with folks as
Well,
well.
it's also like a good reminder that we're not all one thing or another, right?
Yeah,
Like we're all human and we're all very
totally.
diverse and we have different backgrounds and we have different beliefs, even within our communities and our groups of people. And
Hmm.
so it's important to be open. And there's obviously, and I feel like if you've been listening to us for a while, you kind of already know this, but like there is a caveat of like, as long as your opinion isn't hurting someone,
Yeah,
right?
oh,
Like,
totally.
like we're not talking about that. We're not talking about people who have opinions that spiral hate,
Hmm.
but we are talking about people who have everyday opinions about anything from how businesses should run to how the government should run and how you should live your daily lives. And so I think being able to connect with people on that human basis is to like recognize that we're not all the same, that we all
Hmm.
have different backgrounds, we all have different traumas, we have different triggers, and we can still connect even if we don't 100% agree on
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, it was so good. So good to chat with her about it. I
Yeah.
can't wait till we do like a secondary episode and dig in more with a
Yeah,
lot of the
that'll be
stuff
good.
as well. Yeah. And then if you haven't been listening to it, I know that Joe just recently restarted the Intersection podcast as
Yeah, I saw
well.
that too.
So definitely check it out. Yeah, I'm excited that we're having more podcast like folks who have podcasts as
Yeah,
podcast guests as well, which has
that's
been super,
exciting.
super fun. Yeah.
And we'll make sure that's in the show notes too so that
Yeah,
you can find it.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there was another thing that I was going to say and I have totally spaced on it. Oh, well, I'm sure I will bring it up at another time. Well, why don't we kick ourselves into our other part of our solo episodes, which is what is your win for the week, Tori?
Yeah, so I've had one client for a while, and they've been really struggling. They have like some frequent events that happen, and they've been really struggling with like attendance and like getting people to show up for those, even though they used to be pretty popular. And so I've been working with them on like a social media strategy for that, and the like all through this, like we're at the end of summer now, we're in fall, and just kind of going through a report on some of those things, and all of their summer events pretty much sold out,
Yay!
which is awesome. I feel like that's
That
a
is
pretty
really
good win
exciting.
because it's just like, yeah. And you know, what maybe it wasn't 100% me, but a lot of it was because of like the work that we were doing together, so I feel really good about that.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, what about you?
Oh my gosh. I'm super, super excited. Olivia and I just wrapped up a big rebrand project this week with a
Ooh,
nonprofit that we started working with back in February. By the time this publishes, I'm going to ask them if we can include a link to their new site in our show notes. But it was a really every rebrand project, every big project like this is super different, and so we learn a lot. Like this is the second time that we've done a rename and a rebrand of the organization. So that was really, really exciting to do. And then also, we redesigned their website as well. So it was a big, honking, huge project, but it feels good to be on the other side of it and like take a collective breath. And they're loving it.
that's
And we're
awesome.
just so excited to see them launch into this like new chapter after they've been around for 30 years, which is, for nonprofits, that is like a significant amount of time to
It
be in
is, yeah.
existence as well. So, yeah, so we're really proud of the work that we did with them. Also, just really excited to like put the project to bed. So, yeah, if y'all know anybody, I say this out loud. We have capacity to take it on another project. So if you know anybody who is looking for branding work, we are available as well.
All right. That's
So
awesome.
yeah. Okay, now what is your do better for the week, Tori?
Great question. My do better, and this is something I've struggled with off and on. You've heard me say it before, and I think you recently said something similar as well. Is prioritizing my own marketing and my own stuff, all of my
Mhm.
own projects again, because when I tend to go in phases where I get really busy with client work and then be slightly less busy and then I'm really busy again. And when I'm busy with client work, I tend to not prioritize my own stuff. Now, I am not as bad as I used to be. I am a lot better because I have put some systems in place. But because I've been failing on a couple of the systems lately, I'm like, okay, that tells me that it's not the system isn't fully there. It is working better than the other systems did before, but this one isn't fully there because I did miss a couple of big things that I wanted to do for my own business. So, anyway, all of that to say is prioritizing my own stuff and then also the subcategory of that, making sure I have good systems in place to actually support that goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you?
That is literally the same thing for me, is working on my own marketing. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
No, I mean, I jokingly are like, we can take on more brand projects. If we don't get something else in, then I will just work on my own things. So like I noticed um that I have this habit of just being like, okay, yeah, you have space and time. Go sign another client. I actually think it's like you have space and time, go set up your system so that
Yep.
your lead generation system, so it is there and it is available. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of really cool stuff that I can talk about that has like quietly been going on in the background. And I've noticed I only like say it out loud to folks like while I'm chatting with them, and they're like, "That's nowhere in existence on any of your marketing." I was like, "I know, I need to fix that." Because yeah, we've
Mhm.
had some really great case studies and really great work that we've done, especially as I get closer to 5 years. Yeah, because you're already at 5 years. Your 5 years was this
Mhm.
summer. So yeah, next year will be my 5 years. So I really want to get some of that stuff out there. All right. Pivoting on to our next new topic question. What is a piece of media or content or book or something that you have been into lately?
Yes, I picked up this is like one of those like TikTok series that I
Mm.
saw that I was like, I don't know if I want to read that. And then I did, and I haven't been able to put it down. I'm reading, it's called The Veiled Kingdom, and I'm blanking on the author's name. I
Ooh.
think it's like Haley or something like that. We'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's like it's a fantasy book. It's like every other fantasy book probably that you've read, but I still can't put it down. I eat those up all the time.
Nice.
And definitely stronger on the romanticy side. Um
Nice.
yeah, I it's like one of those books that like there's 3 books in the series, and I read the first book in a day, and then and then the second one the
Amazing.
next day, and now I'm finishing up the third. So,
I love it.
yep. Super random. That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing right now.
Nice. I love it.
An escape. What about you?
Even though it
Mm.
like finished already, I really liked. There was a new TV series that was on for the summer, that is a part of the Alien series. So, like, if you
Oh,
remember, like originally it was Sigourney Weaver. It was Alien 1, 2, 3, or Aliens, Alien 3, and then Alien 4, which is Resurrection. They did a TV series about it. So FX
my
did
gosh.
like 8 episodes about it, and it was just so good. And it goes back in time. I think it's supposed to happen between Alien and Aliens or something like that, or either Aliens and Alien 3, somewhere in that space. But yeah, it just was really cool the way that they like it's a little too real and close to home, so, like, I'm not spoiling anything. They open this season there's 5 corporations that control the entire earth. 5, just 5 corporations that control different parts of the earth. And it's like or the ship that is owned by one corporation crashes into a building owned by another corporation. And so they're like battling over who can get access to the stuff that belongs to the one. And it just, I don't know, it hits so close to home with all of the media conglomerization that we've been having right now. And I really love TV series that like highlight how fucked some of the stuff is that's happening in real life right now. But yeah, if you are a fan of any of the past Alien movie or series, I highly recommend as well. So, and I've been trying not to like geek out over all of the like coverage and the lore and like all the different things, but there is a new monster in it. It's a like an eyeball with a bunch of tentacles that like replaces people's eyeballs. So you know that meme where it's the guy holding the girl and looking back at the other girl.
Yeah.
So it's like the girl that he's supposed to be with is supposed to be like the alien xenomorph, and the person he's looking back at is the eyeball monster. And I was just like, I love seeing that meme just continue to like work over and over.
That's
again.
amazing. I know that one has been around for a while.
For a long time. Yeah.
Like it should have died a while ago, but people just keep bringing it back.
Using it. Yeah. It's so great. It's so great. And it's so noticeable, I feel like, for us millennials.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, with that, we will close out this episode, friends, and we will see you next time here on the Take the Leap podcast. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Take the Leap podcast. Check out our show notes to connect with us and our guests. If you have questions about the episode or ideas for future topics, send us a direct message on Instagram or email us at aloha@taketheleap-today.com. If you're interested in being a guest, fill out the guest interest form on our website.
If you're a new entrepreneur who is looking for a roadmap to move your business idea forward, check out the Take the Leap course on our website, taketheleap-today.com. Members who join the course also have an opportunity to join us in bi-weekly co-working and group coaching calls to build momentum and work on your business.
And if you'd like a flavor of what we offer, sign up for our free webinar with the 9 essential steps you need to launch your business with clarity and confidence. See you next time.